we left off with, did you have any questions about what we're doing today? And now you've had a chance to consult again with Mr. Yang. So do you have any questions left about what we're doing today?
No.
And you want to proceed with this guilty plea, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and that was actually my next question, which was how do you want to plead? And the answer, I believe, is guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Cook, if your plea of guilty is accepted by this court, it means you won't have a trial of any kind, and you'll be giving up the rights that go along with a trial. I'm going to go through those with you. You'll give up the right to have a trial by jury, or if you didn't want trial by jury, a trial by a judge. You'll also be giving up the right to be presumed innocent until you're proven guilty, and to require that the prosecutor prove you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You'll be giving up the right to have the witnesses against you appear at a trial and to be able to cross-examine them, as well as the right to have this court order any witnesses that you might have to appear at the trial. You'll give up your right to remain silent at the trial and not to have your silence used against you, or also to testify at the trial if you wanted to. Also, you need to know that when you plead guilty, a couple things change about appellate rights. One is you don't have an automatic right to appeal. Instead, you have to ask the higher court to hear your case, and they would have to agree. And the second one is that you give up or waive a lot of rights to appeal that you would not give up if you had had a trial. So do you understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is that what you want to do still, is give up those rights and plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now also you need to know that if I accept your plea, you cannot come back later on and try to say that the plea was the result of some promise or threat that no one told me about today. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
It also means you cannot come back later on and try to say that it really wasn't your own choice to plead guilty today. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a plea agreement, Ms. Allen?
Yes, Your Honor. On file 20-803-FH, the defendant is pleading guilty to count 1, the possession of methamphetamine. The people have no objection to him receiving treatment under MCL 333.7411 for that charge. We also agree to dismiss in full file 20-802-FH.
And Mr. Yang, is that a full and complete statement?
Yes, Your Honor, that is a fair and accurate statement.
And Mr. Cook, is all of that your understanding of the agreement as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you agree with it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Cook, right now, I don't know what your sentence will be, and I haven't made any deals with anyone about your sentence. Are you clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything else besides what's been said here right now in order to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any threats to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Is this your own choice?
Yes.
And are you doing it because you believe you are in fact guilty of this offense?
Yes.
Okay, then tell me what you did on or about April 17 of this year. This is the possession of methamphetamine charge. So tell me what you did.
All right. I was in Menards,
You what?
and I tried to steal a pocket torch, like a little $3 torch. I
Okay,
got caught.
okay. Did you have
And
something else
when I was-
on you?
Yes, meth.
Some meth? Did you know that it was meth?
Yeah.
And you knew that you had it with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you possess this meth knowingly at the location of 725 American Road in Lansing, Ingham County?
Yes.
Okay. Has the court complied with MCR 6.302, Ms. Allen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Yang?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than those already placed on the record, Ms. Allen?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Yang?
No, Your Honor.
The court finds the plea is understandingly and voluntarily made without undue influence, threats, or promises of leniency. It is an accurate plea. It's supported by the testimony. The plea is accepted. And I can offer you a sentencing date, Mr. Yang, if this works with your schedule, for Monday, January 25th at 3:45.
That works for me, Your Honor.
January 25th
Okay.
at 3:45.
So that'll be Monday, January 25th at 3:45. And Mr. Cook, you just need to know, well, first of all, Mr. Cook, is it okay with you if we do a sentencing on Zoom, just like we did this plea?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Is it possible for you to get a video for that, though? I'd much prefer to see you.
I could try.
Your Honor, I'll work with Mr. Cook between now and then to make sure he has some type of video conferencing, even if we have to be outside the library or something like that to make sure that we're available for that.
Okay, yeah, because I really, I mean, as you know, he has to consent to a remote sentencing. And I'm not really comfortable doing that myself if I can't see him.
Understood, Your Honor.
I don't think it's right. If you can't work anything out, we do have a media room here at the courthouse, so he would have to come into the courthouse, but he would be separate in a room by himself or with my law clerk for assistance. So he wouldn't be exposed to anyone else in the courtroom or anywhere else. So that's one option if, as a last effort, if you can't work something else out. But Mr. Cook, back to the sentencing date. Before that sentencing date, the probation department has to do a report that I use for sentencing. They need to interview you to do that report. So I'm going to ask you to call them within 24 hours of right now and make contact with them and tell them that you need to have an interview. Mr. Yang can give you the contact information if you don't already have it, but it's adult probation, Ingham County Adult Probation. And they don't see people in person, so they're also going to want to set up something remote, you know, in the way of interview. But I'll let you work that out with them, but just make sure you make contact with them. Your bond is continued and you are all set unless there's anything further for the record from either side.
No, Your Honor.
No.
Okay, then Mr. Cook, you're all set.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.